Okay, this is a video that I put together for my mate Dave. I think everybody's got a mate who's called Dave, haven't they? Well, my mate Dave is a big fan of the heliocentric model, which you can see on the top of that little video there. And I'm not a big fan of it. I was a fan of it all my life, until someone pointed out that it's cartoons, CGI and animation, and I would not have it. No, that's impossible. And you know what it's like? It gets the better of you. I thought, I'm going to check that out. And you know what? I could not believe that I didn't see it. How on earth was I looking at cartoons and CGI and animation and thinking that that was reality? What a wild imagination I must have had. So the bottom one that you're looking at there is called the Zodiac, or the Mazzaroth, if you like, in Hebrew. The reason I put these two videos together is because the one on the top, the heliocentric model, with its motions of about 4 different motions in different ways, is going out into an ever-expanding universe on a trajectory of a curve. And all those planets that you see slowing down, speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, chasing the sun. That's what they tell you, and that's what my mate Dave believes, and that's what I used to believe. But someone pointed this out to me, and I always thought it was a really good example. It got me thinking. If you look at the Zodiac, now in this example, I've just picked out one constellation, Ursa Minor, or they call it the Little Bear, don't they? Now, the Little Bear spins around Polaris. And what you'll notice, it never, ever changes shape. Neither do the other constellations. So if you were to put Ursa Minor, Dave, onto your heliocentric model, what would happen? And I just really do want you to think about that. So you get the Little Bear, Ursa Minor, you stick it on your model, what's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. It's going to change shape, isn't it? And it's going to change shape every second, because it's going off into that trajectory of a curve, slowing down, speeding up, flying around the sun. Be impossible, wouldn't it, for it to maintain its shape? Now, in the Zodiac at the bottom there, it doesn't change shape. And this is my whole point that I want to make with you, Dave. And I'm hoping you'll accept it in the spirit that I'm saying it. You can go out and you can check this out, because observable, measurable reality is something that you can check. Okay? So what I'm showing you here, you can go and check. But the heliocentric model is cartoon, CGI and animation. How on earth can you demonstrate that in observable, measurable reality? Impossible. I think this just sort of gets me onto a little point, Dave, that why would anybody try and sell animation and cartoons and CGI as if they're reality? Isn't that dishonest? Isn't that really a terrible thing to do? I mean, if you went to the showroom to buy a Rolls Royce and the salesman tried to palm you off with a Mini, would you be happy? So why would someone reject reality? one that's observable, measurable, and can be demonstrated. Why would they do that? And I was thinking about this, and the only thing I can think it might be is people weigh up what their losses are. So I'll give you an example. The vicar, who's got the big house connected to the church, all paid for by the church, but the vicar now starts to realise that the church is not being honest about a particular matter. And he checks it out, every nut, bolt and washer, and he realises, yeah, they're being very dishonest. Very dishonest. But he has to make a decision, doesn't he? The vicar has to make a decision. If I mention it, they'll take the house off me. And this is what I think separates the men from the boys. Because truth should always win, hands down, without even thinking about it. But would you exchange the truth for the lies if you could keep your house connected to the church? And you might think everyone said, well, I'm not losing my house. But if we are talking about the truth of creation, in other words, God didn't make the heliocentric model. That'd be Satan. That'd be the devil, wouldn't it? To distract everybody from what creation actually really is, which is a perfect clock. We get our seasons and our times. The Hebrews celebrated all their festivals based on the Zodiac clock. The farmers, agriculture, use the Zodiac clock. So, to deny that reality, personally, I think it's to deny the Creator. Now, I don't know, I can't speak for anybody else, but me personally, I can't do it. I'd like to do it. Make life a little bit easier, but I can't do it. I cannot pretend that CGI animation cartoons are reality. I just cannot pull that off. I'd hate myself. So the other option is to accept the reality. Now, I've accepted the reality, and believe you me, I have never been this happy and at peace knowing what the creation actually is. It's fascinating. So give it some thought, Dave. Go and check these things out, because it can't be good for anybody really to be pretending that cartoons, CGI and animation are real. It's unfair, especially on young people. To palm them off with that kind of rubbish is just so unfair. Aren't we supposed to be honest? Aren't we supposed to have some humility? Aren't we supposed to stand up for truth at all costs? Anyway, Dave, I know you'll still be talking to me no matter what I say. I'll catch up with you soon, my friend.